So, chapter 20, starting at verse 2. And there was no water for the congregation, and they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron. So here, these are the children. These are the children of Israel, and the peoples chose with Moses and spake, saying, Would God that we have died when our brethren died before the Lord? And why have ye brought us, the congregation of the Lord, into this wilderness, that we in our cattle should die there? So notice this is coming from the children of Israel, and they are making a complaint to Moses and Aaron. So he's saying, he's saying in verse 5, and wherefore have ye made us to come up out of Egypt? So, but I don't know about you, but when I read the story, Moses didn't make nobody come up. They came out of Egypt on their own. And it reads, and bring us in unto this evil place. It is no place of seed or figs or vines or pomegranate, neither is there any water to drink. So imagine how we forget sometimes how much God has done for us. You know, it's amazing how we have amnesia sometimes and forget how did we get this far in life. And sometimes, you know, when things are not going because they ran out of water. But sometimes God places us in those situations where we end up running low or running out of stuff. So what we have to do, you know, when we start running low or running out of stuff, we have to turn to God. You know, Lord, you see what we are going through. So don't complain about it. Don't get mad about it. Just turn to the one that can help us. Turn to the one that brought us this far. You know, how did you get out of Egypt? They say you made us come out. Nobody dragged them out. They was free physically, but mentally they were still in captivity. Amen. But I just can't talk about them because today, November 2025, there are people that are free physically, but mentally they are prisons up here. Because they shift their focus and they lose their focus on what's important. And they start blaming everyone else for what is wrong. And all we have to do is turn to God. Or go have a conversation with yourself in the mirror and say, self, are you the problem? Is the man in the mirror the problem? And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of of the congregation, and they fell upon their face, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto them. Did you get it? Did you catch it? Where did they go? Where did they go? They went to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation where the presence of God was. So they did the right thing. They heard the complaints from the peoples. And the Bible say they fell upon their face, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto them. Thank you. They did what we should do when we are burdened down with problems, with when everything is coming for us, from the north to the south and from the east to the west. We have to know who to turn to. We have to turn to the one that can help us. We have to turn to the one that can calm us down. We have to turn to the one that can give us direction and clarity on what we need to do. 7 in verse 7. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take the rod and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water, and thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock. So thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink. So God had the answer for their problem. I know it don't sound right, because he's saying, I need you to speak to the rock, and out of the rock is going to come water. That's going to take, some real faith. Thank you. But I don't know about you, but I don't see many rocks with water coming out of it. But this is God we're talking about. So he's telling you what to do. So what are we talking about here? Distractions that cause us to lose our focus, our God focus. So when he was standing there, and I'm talking Moses, at the Red Sea, and he was just going back and forth. I'm just paraphrasing just a little bit. And God said, what are you still standing here for? Stretch out your rod so the peoples can go forward. Why are you still complaining to me? It is time to move. So you can be free, children of Israel, physically, but still a prison to the past. So how can I move forward when I'm always looking back? And we have that same problem today. We can't move forward because instead of moving forward, we keep looking back. How far you think you can drive backwards looking through that rear view mirror? Or how fast, Chappelle, you think you can go backwards? Think about it. I'm going backwards and I can't turn around. And all I can do is just look at that little rear view mirror and trying to keep straight. I'm going back and everybody else is going forward. So what are you doing? You are moving in the wrong direction. And sometimes that's what we'll end up doing. Moving in the wrong direction because we are looking in the wrong place. Instead of going forward, we're going back. So this is the problem. Instead of focusing on the present and how they got here, they reverted back to the past. And Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock. And he said unto them, Hear now, ye rebels, must we fetch you water out of this rock? Wait a minute, did I read that right? Hear now, ye rebels, must we fetch you water? Wow, out of this rock. And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock, not once, but twice. And the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also. Wow. But guess what? Guess what? Wrong answer. Wrong answer. God didn't tell him to strike it. He said, speak to it. Amen. Even though Moses and Aaron was disobedient, God held up his end of the bargain and still allowed the water to come out the rock. Because God is not going to punish the entire children of Israel because of their mistake. You know, he will deal with them separately. Because that's not what God told him to do. So this is where we can learn that. Whenever God tells you to do something, you do it. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, because ye believed me not to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them. Neither one of them made it. They both died because of their disobedience. God bless you all. Thank you. I think I did my 10, 15 minutes right on. Bless you.